know, people, and some of you in here have said to me, what do you call it? People say, oh, it's so painterly, like the, painterly. Or they say, did you Photoshop the heck out of it? I use Photoshop all the time. So all that's true, and nobody has really, the people who do this kind of work haven't really been able to come up with some name for it, except possibly photo expressionists or abstract photography. I think there's a whole bunch of fantasy involved with it. And what it involves is getting to know certain techniques, just like you would with a camera, or if you were a painter with the brush and the paint and the canvas. Multiple exposure, things you can do on your camera. ICM, I had no idea what that was. Intentional camera movement. So when you're a photographer, you're trying to be really still and take it without shaking. In this case, the shaky is really what you're doing. So you jiggle the camera up and down, in and out, all different kinds of ways to get some of the different feel of it. So then, after you get all these individual pictures, you take them into Photoshop. And when I go out to take pictures for this kind of work, I don't think about taking a single image of a tree or a bush or the pond. I think about taking parts of things, about taking a color or a texture or shapes, maybe some things, maybe a few frogs, maybe a few leaves, but I'm not looking in the camera and making a picture. I'm thinking I just want to take little parts of something that I'm going to use later. And then I layer them all up. And in Photoshop, if any of you have used it, you can blend things. So you're like painting with pixels. You're moving the pixels around, you're putting them on top of each other, you're copying them, swishing them around again. Okay, sounds a little weird. So what I'm going to do is show you exactly how I did it. So first of all, transitions. The big one down there. That's my favorite one. It was the easiest to do. Came together very quickly. And I was really happy with it right away. So, how many have been to Tregaron? Okay, well, a few. Okay, over on this far side of the lily pond, there's a little terrace called the Shipman Terrace. And it's got a patio of flagstone, irregular shaped flagstone. And it's got a beautiful curved bench you can sit on. So I was sitting there one day in the fall, and maybe late in the day, looking down at the patio, and it was covered with leaves. And I thought that was really beautiful. And so I took a picture of it with my iPhone. Okay, that's it, yeah. Okay, can you all see it?
Can we pass it?
Yeah, yes it is. So then, oh, wait a second.
I'm sorry.
It's two there.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so then I looked up, still sitting, and here was the tree that all the leaves had come off of, towering right over me.
Wow.
So I took a picture of that. And I put it together. And here it is. So here it
Now,
is.
when you say you put it together at that time, or that's later?
No,
That
so I
happens
didn't.
later?
I took it home. I took the pictures home. I put them on my computer. I made 2 layers in Photoshop. Then I copied the ground level with the leaves, put it on top again. And then there are different ways you can blend, and then you adjust the color, and it happened. Here's the tree. So that was really serendipity. That does not happen often.
Can you say something about, when you say you adjust the colors, as a general adjustment or each little?
Both.
Oh.
So you can adjust, there are a million ways you can adjust color on the computer. You can do a global adjustment, lighter, darker, warmer, cooler. And then you can adjust the blue, change the reds, until you get it how you want it. So it's really hard to explain how you adjust a color because there's so many different ways it can be done.
You also change the time of day because it's a lighter blue. Is that the dark blue?
That's the sun came out a little bit. I felt like getting the sun out a little bit.
And maybe were the leaves a different color?
The leaves are the leaves that were on the patio,
Oh, right.
but everything has color in it when you can start pulling the color out of it on the computer. The pixels have all kinds of magic inside.
I think also what makes it work is you've got the cracks in the sidewalk and the branches of the tree, and it's a little, they kind of play each other.
It's a little confusing, you're not sure what you're looking at.
Just looking
Oh,
at
yeah.
this, because you have, the
Any more questions on that, or I'll show you another one. So the second one is this one here, which is called In Step. So those who've been to Tregaron know that there are pathways all through the gardens made out of stones. And so one day I was looking at all these pathways. It was in the fall, the trees were a great color. And I wanted to do something interesting with the pathway. So first of all, I took a picture of it. I'm passing these around. It's the same thing. I took a picture of just the path. It's the one in the bottom left, or however you're looking at it. You'll know which one it is. And then I used an app on the iPhone called Slow Shutter, which gives you a really slow shutter speed, kind of gives you this ICM, intentional camera movement. So with the slow shutter speed on, I walked along the paths. And that gave me this kind of fuzzy path look. And then I put them together and added some more, maybe duplicated it, got some color in the trees, and that's the path. So I don't know if that helps to see the progression. It may take the whole mystery out of it. So one more, and this one I really like this one because it's this guy here, because it's made with pictures that were taken at very different times. The flower was taken early, maybe 2021 in the spring, just when I was beginning to do this. The frog can't be too recent because they haven't been around, maybe 2 years ago in the summer. And then I was there last winter and I did a shot of the pond with some ice on it and some twigs. And so I wanted to see what would happen if I put that on top. So I put that on top. I'm going to show you this in a minute. And then I wanted it to hang next to this. So I worked on getting the colors to do good together. So that's what they are. And that is it. Yes, but questions? Ma'am?
So, as we've discussed, the frogs have been replaced by snakes.
Right. That's a transition.
Right. And I'm just wondering, some of them may be great, I don't.
Some of them may be,
Gracefully wrapping themselves around things there. I mean, there are places, as we've seen, where there could be as many as 5 or 6 snakes. Are you looking to photograph some of the snakes?
no. Well, because I like frogs. They're
But
cute.
that's a good, it seems to me that there's like thousands of decision points
Yeah.
along the way of this.
Absolutely.
And how do you, and you must sit there and say, well, this is nice, but that's nice too, and this is nice, and what's your, it just more gut, or what's your thinking about where you're going with the decision process to end up with the final?
It's a good question. I take thousands of pictures. I don't know. That's the fun part. That's the artist part. It's a lot of fun to do it. And then I try. There are hundreds that don't go anywhere. Just tons that don't go anywhere.